Hello, everybody. I'm Deb Coviello, the Drop-In CEO, and welcome to another week of Live Talk Media, where Deb jumps on here and tries to provide her best insights and inspiration for C-suite leaders, because I want you to navigate your challenges, your opportunities with confidence. But this week, we're going to just start off with a little bit of humor. As you can see, I am no longer a basement dweller, as some of you might have tuned in last week. This background, this beautiful background of my office was not the scene of my last weekly live talk media. I was banished to the basement, for which I had a virtual background. My dear husband is renovating the second floor of our home, and we had hardwood floors put in my office, for which I couldn't occupy it. And I still had business to conduct, so I went to the basement. I had a very nice virtual background for this live talk media. I pushed the button, I went live, and next thing I know, the entire virtual background disappeared, and there you could see my basement. And in that moment, there was shocked. There was shock and awe, and I had a moment to decide whether I say sorry, never mind, and end the live event, or continue and go with it. Well, so as you see, I was a good sport, and I said life happens, and I went with it. But anyway, we are back up in our office, our main studio. Wednesday, we're having new carpeting put in, and yes, my life will be disrupted again, but we will make it work. The point being is that life is a little bit better this week. Last week, we didn't have the most effective communications. Husband told us what the change was. My daughter nor I realized what the impact was. And so that was a lesson last week. And you may have two-way communication, but you need two-way understanding. So this week, we had deep conversations about when we were going to make the changes and what to expect and what did we need to change and understand on our side. So I think round two, we are going to be doing just fine as we move forward with these renovations so we can enjoy over the holidays. So that's a little bit about me. There's so much more going on in my life I'd love to share, but I want to keep this short and sweet and give you some value right now. I want to talk to you about a big scary topic. I call it corporate destabilization. Ooh, that sounds bad. Corporate destabilization is the act of businesses elevating highly talented people into leadership roles and are not equipped to lead. They might be able to manage, but we need leaders. And that's your legacy. When we as leaders do not take the time to properly elevate the talent in our organization and give them the tools that they need to be able to influence, to lead, and guide others, that is corporate destabilization. And let me explain a little bit more why this is important. So I know this happened to me. I was elevated from a manager of quality to a director of quality in a startup company. High five. I was excited. I was promoted. I was making more money, and I had this additional level of responsibility. The problem was there was nobody there to mentor me on effective communications, on influence, on how to communicate, how to message, how to manage difficult situations. Nobody was there to help me, and I'll quite frankly tell you, I crashed and burned. It was tough. It was really tough, but I rose above, and since then I studied everything I could to learn about leadership and have the right people around me to coach the right behaviors and skills so that I would be strong for my team. That's a problem in a lot of organizations, is that we elevate the people, but we don't set them up for success. And while you have these middle leaders but in title, but not fully equipped to lead, and when they don't have the behaviors and characteristics and provide the necessary support for the next level of people below and the next people of below that, what happens is people leave. People get disengaged. People start talking about the company in negative ways. We erode the culture. People leave. You have to replace with new people. We lose intellectual property. The manager or the leader gets frustrated. They're not functioning at their optimal level. And little by little, whatever you are trying to build in an organization and thinking you're doing the right thing by elevating those leaders is leading to the destabilization of your organization at the base. Now, hopefully I've caught your attention. The corporate destabilization is your legacy if you don't do anything. So What I'm going to do is give you a few tips to think about when you think about elevating the leaders in your organization. You need to have a strategic plan around this. Don't just promote people, but have a plan. And there's people such as myself or other professionals that can guide you on the way. But here's a few steps that you need to take if this is you. Because again, we as leaders not only lead at a moment in time and get certain results in an organization, but we need peace of mind to know that even when we're not there, the organization is going to continue to perform at a high level by shining a light on the people, giving them the skills they need, and then we leave our legacy. Because those people will remember you, how you took care of them, and then those leaders take care of the next, and you build that solid foundation so the business can grow. Step one, if this is you, if you're in this situation where maybe you promoted some people and they're not the most successful, step one starts with you. I want you to recognize that it starts with you, and you need to recognize that maybe we made a mistake, maybe there's a gap. We can recollect and restart what we did wrong and learn from it. That's what Agile's about, is do something and learn, and what can we improve. So recognize if it's a problem in your organization, just accept it, own it, take personal accountability. The next problem is that if you don't act, even if you're aware that there is a breakdown in elevating the leaders in your organization, failure to act is your legacy. Now, I'll say this before, I've said it again. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you and make you realize that if you're structured in a way that you can't necessarily provide the skills to and learning opportunities for those leaders, you can recognize it, but failure to act is your legacy. And you don't want to be the reason for destabilizing your organization. Now, do you have the right resources? Look around you. Do you have the right resources within your organization? It doesn't have to all fall on you to work with these people, these managers, these leaders, to give them the skills that they need. And then the fourth thing I want to talk to you about is the courage to ask for help. I talk about this all the time. We have a lot of pride. We have our playbooks that have worked in the past, but some leaders fail to act, and they fail to ask for help. And then what happens is something that's simmering that you're dealing with, it simmers, and then it starts festering, it starts getting a little bit more smoky, and then it starts turning into a little bit of a fire, and the next thing you know, you're losing your talent. Have the courage to ask for help. It is a source of strength. It is the new leadership's tool to ask for help. And then, if you don't have anybody within the organization, and if you don't know anybody, oh my, this is something I learned the hard way. Leverage your network. A powerful network is going to come to you when you need the help. You have the courage to ask for help and bring people into the organization that can help coach the skills that your leaders need in order to sustain the business and leave the legacy with others in your care. So I'll just repeat this one more time. Recognize if this problem exists with you, and if it's not with you, is it with somebody else? Just know that if you don't act on this awareness, it's going to be a negative legacy for you. Get the resources that you need to be able to support the development of those essential skills. If you know they exist, have the courage to ask for help. It's noble and a strength. And if you don't have those people at your disposal, ask your network. They're going to come in and help you. Now, I want to offer this to you. I can be that resource to help evolve the leadership in your organization. But the other thing I offer to you is 450 people that I have interviewed on the Drop-In CEO podcast. They're all in my database. They're in my CR. And depending on whatever industry or function that you are having a little bit of uneasiness in your organization, contact me. I can go through this list and try to find the right people that might be the right partners for you. If not me, somebody else that understands your unique business, your unique situation or demographic. I'm here to help. I'm just here to help you succeed. As my mentor, Dave Hasse, said to me, all he wanted to do was see me succeed. And I'll say to you, I don't want you to struggle. I want you to spend more time doing the things you love to do for yourself, family, friends, and community. That's the Drop-In CEO brand. That is my promise. I want you to be able to sleep at night and realize peace of mind. So there you have it. That is Deb Coviello, Live Talk Media. Those are my thoughts for you this week. I am going to be getting out of here real soon. My husband and I are going out for dinner to enjoy company with colleagues. But before I just say goodbye, I just want to thank everybody that's been supporting me along the way. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you that has been helping myself, the business, the Drop In CEO brand, and coming along on this journey that we're on. But again, I'm here for the C-suite leaders, partnering with you to help you navigate those challenges with confidence. And until next time, I just want to wish you all well and much success, and we'll see you next week. Take care.